everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we tackled something sweet, creamy, and downright irresistible, a vegan Biscoff cheesecake. We made it all from scratch, including the cream cheese and the Biscoff spread. Yup, we went all out, so let's get right into it. First, I whipped up the vegan cream cheese. It's easier than it sounds, trust me. I soaked 3 cups of raw unsalted cashews overnight. Nothing fancy, just toss them in a bowl with water and let them do their thing. The next day, I rinsed them with filtered water and threw them into a blender. Then I added half a cup of plant-based yogurt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. After a quick blend, voila! Creamy, tangy, plant-based cream cheese. It couldn't have been simpler. Next up, the Biscoff spread. This part was fun. Maybe a little messy, but definitely fun. I started by breaking up 260 grams of Biscoff biscuits. Basically, I went at them with a rolling pin inside a Ziploc bag. Then I tossed the crumbs into a blender, added 70 grams of brown sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. A quick blend brought it all together. To make it spreadable, I poured in 175 milliliters of olive oil, then came 180 milliliters of almond milk, added in bursts and blended until it was velvety smooth. Honestly, I could have stopped there and eaten it by the spoonful, but I behaved and stored it in the fridge for later. Now for the crust. I blitzed about 20 Biscoff cookies and a pinch of sea salt in the blender until they were finely ground. To that, I added 60 grams of melted vegan butter and blended again until it all came together like a crumbly, buttery hug. I pressed the mixture into a cake tin, smoothing it out with the back of a spoon. Into the freezer it went to chill while I worked on the filling. For the filling, I combined 200 grams of cashews, 200 grams of that homemade Biscoff spread, 300 grams of the vegan cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of yogurt, 50 milliliters of maple syrup, 30 grams of melted coconut oil, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract in the blender. I blended it until it was perfectly smooth and creamy. I poured that mixture into the cake tin, smoothed it out again, and popped it back into the freezer to set overnight. The next day, I took the cake out of the tin while it was still frozen. Then I warmed up some of that leftover Biscoff spread on the stove. Low heat, constant stirring, and it smelled amazing. Once it was melted, I poured it over the top of the cheesecake and used a spoon to make sure it was all spread. For the finishing touch, I added crushed and whole Biscoff cookies on top. And there it was, a decadent, homemade vegan Biscoff cheesecake that looked just as good as it tasted. If you try this recipe, let me know how it turns out in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and stick around for more delicious vegan recipes. Till next time!